Hey everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. So last time out, Serena and Veronica, yes, I remember the name, Serena and Veronica joined the party, and we also spoke to this guy, Tickle the Tockle, and we headed into Tickington, where it's basically a little side quest where you go through basically sections, story sections, like little missions from each of the Dragon Quest games after you've found the specific kind of password, which allows you to basically do all that stuff. But anyway, we're starting off by showing off this little thing here. So this is the rectification, which is an option that comes up now, I think. Basically, you can go into the thing, go to rectification, and you can basically remove all of the points from a certain section of the game, from the certain section of the skill tree, and you can basically pay a bit of money to remove that, and then you can use them in somewhere else, in another part of the skill tree. So it basically means that if you start off like I am, with the hero being a shield, a sword and one-handed shield, a shield and one-handed sword kind of fighter, and then later on you decide, well, I actually want to use a double-handed broadsword. You can just take all the points that you used in the single-handed sword skill tree and reuse them and put so you can get the broadsword kind of skills. So yeah, that's kind of useful, kind of cool. It's a very useful little thing. I'm going to try not to use it a whole lot though. So these are chimeras. They're a pain in the ass. In terms of defense, they actually go down fairly quickly, but they hit fairly hard, and they also have a fiery blaze attack, fiery breath, which causes a lot of damage, and it attacks the entire party as well. So it's a particularly nasty. They're a particularly nasty enemy early on in the game. But anyway, what we're doing now is we're heading to Gallopolis, because this is where this branch from Yggdrasil is, and once we have the branch from Yggdrasil, we can head over to the next section. We can, be able to use it to find our way towards the tree, Yggdrasil the tree. Okay, group of enemies, let's talk about them. So, Skull Rider, we've already faced off. They're not all that difficult. They are really not hard at all. They don't hit particularly hard, and their defense isn't particularly solid either, so they'll go down fairly easily. Cactiball. Holy shit. We've faced Robber Rabbits before, I don't need to talk about them. But Cactiballs are really fucking hard. Luckily I was able to kill it fairly easily, but its defense is really really strong for this point in the game. To start off with. My apologies. So, their defense is fairly solid, and they have a lot of attacks which... I'm so sorry. And they have attacks which cause a fuck ton of damage. They can really fucking hurt you. What have I got? Is there anything? Nothing really helps, so let's forget that. But yeah, Cactiballs are really difficult because they cause a lot of damage, and I think they can also cause status effects. Have a random chance of causing status effects, so they're a bit of a pain in the dick. Let's get some metal. We got ourselves some iron ore, copper ore, and gold ore. So anyway, there's actually a fair... I'm so sorry. Fucking hell, my throat's gone to shit. But, yeah, basically, this open area here has a fair bit of ore for you to find, as well as items to use in crafting. Other than that, though, it's not advisable to really come out here all that much. unless you want to do some grinding. It's a good place for grinding, actually. So yeah. But what we've got to do next is we have got to head into Gallopolis itself, the city of Gallopolis, which is kind of based like on the architecture is kind of based on it's kind of a mixture of kind of Arabian and ancient Egyptian to a certain extent as well. It's basically a mix of all those, kind of cultures which were based in sandy areas, really, in desert and that kind of thing. It's actually a really nice... it's one of my favourite cities, actually, in terms of just pure aesthetic. It looks really good. Because, yeah, you look at that and you can see like the statues other side of the door, which are kind of Egyptian in look. Anyway, so these guys, what are they called? I can't remember. Brownie. Brownies are not too difficult. They're really the only thing that they've got going for them. Yeah, I'm going to heal Serena here. The only thing they've really got going for them is they're kind of difficult. They hit quite hard because of they're using hammers and stuff. But they're not super difficult, really. Like defensively, they're not super solid. It's more that they hit fairly hard and can be a bit of a pain. Anyway, and we're done. And Eric is now up to level 14, baby. Serena's up to level 13. Yeah, I slightly over-leveled Eric at this point. I think me, the main character and Eric were one level above Serena and Veronica, so it's not too bad. But I am a little bit over-leveled for this point. And I really love the music here. It's so upbeat and fun, and it's got such a colourful kind of atmosphere and kind of look to it. It looks really awesome. I absolutely love the way Gallopolis looks. Oh, sorry. Veronica looks so cute in her boar outfit. I think here I get her out of the boar outfit, but because we find a piece of armor which is significantly better. So yeah, the boar outfit doesn't really last too long. It's the thing that you need to kind of tide Veronica over until you get to Gallopolis, and then you can really start to get some accessories and armor to help with their defensive frailties.
I'm off to look for the Yggdrasil branch. That's why we're here, in case you forgot.
Yeah, and I actually like this here. This is the start for the next two, for this area and the next area where Eric is kind of obsessed with, Luke, we need to just get on with this shit. And Veronica and Serena are like, we haven't been here before though. Let's have a look around. Let's have some fun. I can see what Eric's getting at, but fuck. Let's have a little bit of fun exploring. So what we're going to be doing first is we're going to be looking and exploring for shit. And we've also got a couple of new side quests to do. So let's do this one first. Yeah, it's locked. We come back here later once we've got a special key. Which we can't get yet, so we won't be getting for a good while. So, but there are two other areas we can look at. Warmaline, used for crafting. Yeah, this is me trying to work out. Okay, here we go. And sparkly thing, a sprig of Narspicius. So yeah, come down here to get some shit, and then we're off again. It's kind of nice though that we have like areas like this in the towns where you can go to underground areas and stuff like that. It happens a fair few times during the game. So anyway, it's time for the first side quest of Gallopolis. So what he wants is a specific item called a golden globule, which is only dropped by an enemy called a golden cactoball. Golden Cactaballs are basically a random... have a random chance of appearing whenever you face off against a Cactaball in the wild. So, yeah, they're a bit of a pain in the... they're actually a bit of a pain to find. I got really lucky, and in this playthrough I actually found a Golden Cactaball in like after my second or third attempt. Hardy hide, nice. Nothing there. That's another. That's also for making shit. But anyway, yeah. So the Golden Cactaball is a pain in the ass to find. Also, just because you find a Golden Cactaball, there's actually also a chance that it won't drop a Golden Globule. So, yeah, I remember my first playthrough. It took me a good half an hour of grinding to find one of these pricks and to get the Golden Globule to drop. So it's a real pain in the bum. That boot there is actually kind of a cool little bit of background to the area, kind of how this place was founded and stuff. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, and this is a little bit of a heads up talking about the the strongest enemies that you'll come into contact with in the desert area, which is kind of nice. Wayfarer's clothes, they can be sold. But yeah, that's kind of a nice little thing that you can find out about the enemies, the strongest enemies in in this section of the game, which is kind of cool. I like it. You also want to try and basically look through every single area. Wherever there's a door that you can open, go and have a look. There's bound to be some shit that you can find. And we got a book. What's the book? Guardians of the Star. Yeah, this is more kind of backstory about Gallopolis. And we got 70 gold coins. Nice. I'm sorry for nicking your shit, man. I'll see you later. And the second and final side quest for Gallopolis, at least for the first visit. Oh yeah. So basically, this is one similar to the one that we had. The ability that the thing we had to do in the first town, the first major city that we went to. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. But basically, he wants us to complete defeat a Spitfire using the pep power, a walk on the wild side. So yeah, he wants us to use that in order to beat it. You can actually do this. It's a bit of a pain to do. The way I always tried to do it was that I would get everybody pepped up as quickly as I could. Unless you got a pep pop. If you got a pep pop, this thing is a piece of piss. But if you got... Oh! What have we got? Lampposts, wizard... Yeah, so we made a load of wizard mage equipment, which is kind of useful. But yeah, so a walk on the wild side. They just want you to do the wild side, pep power, and defeat a Spitfire with it. If you got a pep pop, which you should have at least one, I think, at this point. Then it'll be relatively easy. But even then, fight your enemies. Make sure they get up to max. Make sure that as many people as possible. Make sure they all get pepped up, and then just go straight to a Spitfire. It shouldn't be too hard to do, but it is a bit of a pain. Ah, we'll be meeting this guy a lot later on. A little bit later on. I love him so much, but we can't talk about him yet. Your chest is empty. You fucking bitch. Fine. I'll stop stealing. I get the message, Sylvander. Spoilers. But anyway. Yeah, you can go there and meet our new character for this chapter early if you go there, and there's also some stuff you can get there, which I couldn't find, but whatever. So, here is where you can get the dancer's costume. The dancer's costume is an item for Serena. Gets her it increases her defense by a decent amount, and is actually a good item in the game to have for this point. But it is a costume, which means that it does change her look, and it's... To be fair, I think Veronica's costumes, with especially the like the boar and that kind of thing, are more out of place than Serena's dancing costume. But I think it's just... it is so not Serena's. From the personality that you gauge from her at this point in the game, it's just so not her look. But I do kind of stick with it for a good while, because it's a really good costume for this stage of the game, and not for any other reasons, I promise. But anyway, we won't be seeing her this part, but we'll see her next part. Start next part, we'll be seeing that costume. And I like this. So this is the prince's room. We're going to be meeting him in a little bit. And he's got books in his room about... yeah, he's got these books about being a good king and showing bravery and courage. So we'll find out what happens with him a bit later on. Iron Broadsword. Pretty useful if you like using two-handed weapons. It's pretty strong for this start point in the game. But I'm sticking with single sword and shield for now. Alright, is there anything else for me to do? I think there's another chest in here and a pot. Yeah, so we're in the royal bedchamber. Don't mind me, ma'am. I'm just nicking some shit. Concrete earrings, they're really useful. They give a real strong boost in defense. I love that as well. She kind of looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing? After we nick we basically nicked the king's underwear and the queen's stockings for some reason. Stockings are actually a really useful defensive item for the female party members, so they are really useful to get, so try and get as many as possible. But anyway, that's it for this part of Dragon Quest XI. Join me next time when we'll be meeting the king and queen of Gallopolis, as well as their son, the prince, and we'll be trying to get our hands on this branch from Yggdrasil. So join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI. See you next time.